Kristin and this is the video for day number 107 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is You Might Think by the Cars. You might think I'm foolish to hang around with you, or maybe you think I'm lucky to have something to do, but I think that you're wild, and inside me it's some child. You might think it's foolish, or maybe it's untrue. You might think I'm crazy, but all I want is you. You might think it's hysterical, but I know when you're weak. You think you're in the movies, and everything's so deep, but I think that you're wild when you flash that fragile smile. You might think it's foolish what you put me through. You might think I'm crazy, but all I want is you. And it was hard, so hard to take. There's no escape without a scrape, but you kept it going till the sun went down. You kept it going. You might think I'm foolish, but baby, it's untrue. You might think I'm crazy, but all I want is you. You might think I'm delirious, the way I run you down, but somewhere, sometime, if you're curious, I'll be back around. And I think that you're wild, and so uniquely styled. You might think it's foolish, this chancy rendezvous. You might think I'm crazy, but all I want is you. All I want is you. That was my rendition of You Might Think by the Cars, which I always thought was called All I Want Is You, but apparently not. I almost signed in part of this into movies, and I just want you. But I was so focused on the lyrics. There are a lot of lyrics to that song. It changes pieces of it each verse, and I did add a little part in there also. I'm not sure if he was just in view. Eddie came over to visit. He's sniffing the tripod now, so if the camera gets knocked, that's him. But anyway, interesting thing that I didn't know when I was looking up the lyrics to this, because on AZ Lyrics you see like the albums, you see by album and with the release date. And I didn't know that some of the Cars' most popular songs were actually released in the 70s. I think of their music as 80s music, and this song was an 80s song, but at least a couple of their well-known hits were released in the late 70s. I'm like, huh. And with the Good Times Roll makes me think of the movie Just Like Heaven, because that's what she's listening to when she gets into her accident, which is terrible, but it's fiction. But anyway, Eddie here, Eduardo, is doing his little faraway meow right here. He always sounds really far away. I call him Control because he walks around the house. A little meow for a big boy. Say hi, Eddie. Anyway, as Eddie making a guest appearance. My cutie boy. But anyway, another interesting thing, I didn't know that the Cars is an American rock band. I mean, I guess maybe it is at some point, but who knows? So many bands are British. You sort of just start to assume. But I don't know if I had really thought about it too much either way, but apparently they're from Massachusetts, I think. But and they reformed in 2010 and are performing again in present day, apparently. I think a lot of bands reformed post-2000. I think some due to that thing VH1 used to do where they'd get bands back together. But I don't know. So just a couple more things. I had totally forgotten that Weezer did a remake of this song for the movie Cars 2, which I have never seen, but I watched Disney Channel a lot, and they had played the music video on there. And I don't know if it was intentionally, I don't know if that was just ironic or if it was intentionally done. I'm thinking it was intentional that it was a song by the Cars used in a Cars movie. But why didn't they use the Cars version then? But I don't know. From what I remember, the Weezer version was pretty good and sounded very similar to the original. But I hadn't even remembered that until when I was looking up the lyrics. It came up with You Might Think by Weezer, and it was all the same words. And I was like, Oh yeah. Huh, weird. But I think this might be a song that part of it was stuck in my head for years, and I was trying to like figure out what song it was. And somebody had said like they thought it was Hold On Loosely or whatever, but I think it was this one. Because I know it wasn't the one that somebody had said it might be. But sometimes you just get part of the song stuck in your head and you can't figure it out. I've been going crazy tonight trying to place a tune. I was watching the sitcom Baby Daddy earlier, and at the end they did I guess you could sort of call it a parody if it is in fact based on a real song, but they did this little song thing, but they had their own words in it, like for the little girl on the show. The tune was so familiar, and at first I thought it was something by One Direction, and I have their album, but I still get to open it, and I looked at it, and the song title seemed to jive, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? And when I sing it in my head, I just keep coming back to Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. It's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to think of. It sounds like something that was popular a couple of years ago, and my friend said maybe it was something by Plain White T's, but I can't place it. It's driving me crazy. And because it wasn't an actual song, it's probably not going to be on like the database. I think it's called TuneFind, where they put they list songs that have been on TV shows. It's a really helpful tool and a cool thing that I was like, why isn't there something like that for a long time? And now there is. But I'm speaking quietly and fast. I was singing quietly and I'm speaking quietly because it's late at night and I don't want to disturb people. The fence on this dollhouse has been ruined. But anyway, so I can't place that, and it's driving me crazy. So if anyone knows what it is, let me know. Or maybe it just sounds like something. Maybe it was just made up and it just sounds like something. But still, if I could place what I'm thinking of, that would keep me from going crazy about this. But the other thing I was going to say is I watched the music video for, I point to the back where the computer room is, but I watched the video for You Might Think earlier, and a really strange video. Silly, very interesting, but and you know, it kind of the 80s special effects, but I think it was supposed to be sort of like a weird B-movie-ish, but interesting video. Some videos don't hold your attention, but that one definitely could. But anyway, the woman in it was familiar too, but I think she just had a familiar sort of look. But anyway, so much rambling. This is probably gonna be a really long video. Sorry about that. Anyway, so once again, that was my rendition of You Might Think by the Cars, the song for day number 107 of my Song Day project. I'm gonna do that every day now. Oh, it's so great, over 100. I don't know. I think it's amazing, but still a long way to go, but still pretty cool. But anyway, so that was my rendition of You Might Think by the Cars for day number 107 of my Song Day project. And I'm Kristin Starr, and over here and here and here you saw my buddy Eddie. Eduardo, I call him sometimes, lovingly. But he's a strange one, but awesome. But anyway, Eddie was my guest star of the day, and I'm Kristin Starr. Thanks as always for listening, and please check back often. Peace!